So, for these presentations, I'd like to discuss. I want you guys to take about 5 minutes to turn to a partner and discuss these following questions. While you're doing it, take a couple notes down so that way you have something to talk to us in the full group. So what did you learn about the U.S. and our interactions with other countries? Did anything surprise you? If so, what? And what issue are you most interested in and why? So what issue of all of the things that we've talked about this week has really sparked your interest, and why is it interesting to you? So you can take 5 minutes to do that, and we'll come back together and discuss those things. Okay? So I should be seeing everybody talking to a near neighbor. There are some countries not in debt. Some of them have included like oil states, so I think it's like Jordan or something. They have a lot of oil. US Virgin Islands, their popular banking, does some.
Is it possible that so much money?
No, I mean, because it's bad. Yeah, I don't think that is. Our countries in debt to us? Yeah, there are a lot of countries in debt to us, but like, China's not in debt to us, we're in debt to them. You know, it's gonna come
take over some of our debt.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good to have that down, but like I said, it kind of loses people's trust in us, that other people are just, well, I'm not really looking for money. So it kind of creates a strong sense of, trust and respect for our Let me, yes. Yes. They can be told after
But you trust
some people like they said it was their job. Okay, so the girls that suspended invest the cost, it's the value of everything. So that's per capita. So there's a difference. That's making it like if
I didn't know about this.
Deal is how they get you have really high so those two things together make Alright, so Alright, so let's start talking about these things. I'd like to start talking about these things. So, what did you guys learn about U.S. and our interactions with other countries? Did you guys learn anything particularly interesting?
We're terrible to people.
We're terrible? Why is that?
Well, they did Cuba in general, like the Embargo Act, and what is it? Can't remember off the top of my head.
The Platt Amendment was something to do with Cuba.
Yeah, so, like, terrible is a simple word for it. Maybe let's say we're really self-interested. That's maybe a more gentle way of putting our foreign policy, but that is, you know, that's true. What you point out is certainly true. We are very self-interested. Courtney, did you have one?
I was just going to say that the U.S. like intervenes with everybody. We have like a history of war with everybody. That's just like a sign of not like we kind of show our dominance over other countries because we're always involved in something.
Right. The U.S. is is like famous for intervention. We weren't always like that. When George Washington took office or was leaving office, after his last day of presidency, he was warning people to not get involved in foreign alliances. He was warning people not to get tied up with everything else going in the world. That was George Washington saying, like, let's kind of stay out of this. So that was how our country started. We were trying to stay back because we knew these things would get us involved and tied up and, you know, really kind of in everybody's business, essentially. So how that changed over time, it was a lot of things. We've covered some of them, but yeah, that's certainly true. We are very interventionist now. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I can't hear you. Right, so we're about to undergo a major shift in our foreign policy. A lot of things that were true for us for a very long time might not be true for us in the near future. So our relationships with refugees, our relationship with Russia, our policy towards Syria, these things might shift. And it'll be interesting to pay attention to. What about these other questions? Did anything like stick out as particularly surprising? Yes, Sian?
Nolan and I said like Boko Haram because like we didn't really know that there was like another terrorist group that was like that crazy. Or, like they killed more people than ISIS, so like and we never heard about it before, so like it was like really shocking.
Yeah, so the fact that there's things out there that we don't pay attention to, maybe because it's not in our country's interest, right? But they're huge. They still happen out there. Yes, do you have one more?
Oh yeah. An issue that I was most interested in,
Yeah, we can do that. Which one?
was the issue of like Trump's like trading with China.
Mhm.
So like I wasn't really aware until like Kwame, or was it John, that explained what's going to happen like in the future if Trump decides to cut trading with China. I wonder what would happen if like they were to go into like a serious question, and like how it will affect the U.S. because I know a lot of our clothing is from China, so that's kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Chinese trade. On the negative side, we could possibly shut it off over these island disputes, which we'll look at if we have time for this video. We'll look at the island dispute a little bit more. But also, we had this policy that called the Trans-Pacific Partnership. I just want to bring up really quickly, where we were going to try to ally with a bunch of other countries in Asia besides China. We were going to try to build this trading bloc that could maybe rival China. We wanted to become stronger in trade in Asia. Donald Trump has decided to back out of that partnership. This was Obama's big idea for Asia, and Trump has decided to back out. So what's going to happen is China is likely going to become stronger in Southeast Asia, but our relationship might suffer still. So it might like cause this depression. We have to see kind of which direction it goes. We'll see. Yes.